My men, let's get to it. Last video I was talking about credit score stuff, credit reporting stuff. We're going to elaborate a little bit more, just touch on some other little things. What I want you to do is stay away from any kind of credit repair, credit changing, magically delicious, increasing your credit score types of accounts that you see on YouTube or you see anywhere. Little stickers that are on poles around your neighborhood that are talking about, hey, I can make your credit score, magically increase. I don't know anything about that stuff as far as that actually being legal. What I do remember with folks doing that type of stuff is normally what they do is you pay them a fee, and they take your personal information and they put it on somebody else's credit report that's stronger. So that person maybe has an account and like a credit card that they already have, and they take you and they add you onto their credit report or their credit card, and they let you sit on that credit card for a matter of months, and then that's reported on your credit reporting agency, your credit report. So then it somehow boosts your credit score. Like I said, I don't know all the ins and outs about that stuff, but I guarantee you, if this credit reporting or credit repair stuff to increase your score and all this other stuff was legal, then there will be a lot more information out there of how you can somehow either do it yourself or that there's some type of a legitimate organization that does it. Stay away from that stuff. You have to take the initiative to learn. You go to one of these consumer like credit reporting agencies. I think they may still have them out there. Consumer credit reporting agencies or bureaus, to see that they're offered for free. They offer free services to be able to help you understand what you need to do with your credit report. Consumer counseling, I think they're consumer counseling places. Be careful about the ones who are trying to put you on a program, because I think that may affect your credit score. But I'm just talking about learning what you need to learn about how your credit score works, what things you need to do for your credit score. For instance, for my adult parents, not adult parents, but for my parents, for your kids. When your kids are, I don't know, 12, 13, I can't remember what the credit card places would allow you to do. If you have strong credit, what you need to do early is you need to put your kid on that credit card. Add your kid's information on that credit card. And what that will do is that will do exactly what I'm talking about these credit repair places would try to do. It builds up your kid's credit score, because it's like whatever transactions you do, it's on your kid's credit report. So it's actually mirroring, or it's duplicated. So it looks like your kid is doing those same transactions. I did that for my son. That's how my son was able to build up his credit. Little did he know that I had him on it, but I understood that because I went to one of those places way back when they were doing, the consumer credit counseling stuff way back. And I learned some of the things that you needed to do to build up your credit. And so that was one of the things that they talked about, was being on someone's account. And if you have strong credit, you can build up that person's credit score. So that's what happened with my son. Now it can go the other way too, where if you just so happily have to take out some debt to take care of some things, and your credit score drops, that person's credit score will be affected. So that kind of thing happened to my son. So I had to take him off of one of my cards, so that it wouldn't, affect his score that much. But that's one of the things that as parents, we need to be able to do. We need to start doing is building up our kids' score early with what we're doing. Again, if you have strong credit, if your credit is a little on the lower side, then it may be better to just leave your kid alone and let your kid establish it on their own. Now, the other thing for parents, you have to tell your kids once they get to that certain age, I think 16, 17 years old, like I said, I don't remember. You got to check with these credit card companies, have them get a credit card. And they probably may only get a credit limit of maybe $500 or something like that. Have them get a credit card and have them start doing little transactions. Go to the grocery store, they buy a little bit of groceries, and then they turn around and pay it off either before the bill hits or when the bill hits. Pay it off. Let them establish their credit so that there shows that there's a history that they're developing, that they're building up. Because then what can happen is the more that they show those transactions, then they can kind of go back to the credit card company and say, hey, listen, I'd like to get approved for a credit line increase. To increase it, start increasing your credit line. You only do that with them offering that to you, not you necessarily trying to have them pull your credit report. Because again, you got to be careful about having anybody pull your credit report, because every time you pull your credit report, that's an inquiry, and that is going to affect your score. So you have to kind of go to these credit card companies and say, hey, listen, I've been with you for 6 months. I've been with you for a year. I'd like to know if there's a promotion, if there's anything where I can run my credit, where I can get a credit line increase without you pulling my credit report. And a lot of times they'll say, hey, let me check. And then they may have something. They'll say, hey, you know what? Yes, we can increase your credit line. So that's one of the things that you do to work on building up your kids' credit score, or their credit score, because the more that they can make those different transactions, those payments, and they can get in tune with their credit card company, that will enable them to continue to increase their credit line. Now, same thing with my parents coming up. If you have a child, now it depends on which way that you're looking at trying to, load up on your kid as far as debt wise or not. I was one of those parents who would buy my son his car. Now, my son will be looking at trying to possibly get his own car. He's going to look at, I told him he's got the ability to either purchase a car outright or go to a bank so he can establish his credit. Now, because his credit is stronger and he has a little bit of payment history, he should be able to go to credit unions first, is what you probably want to look at, because those tend to be a little bit more flexible than just regular banks. Going to a credit union and seeing if he can apply for a loan to see what their interest rate is going to be. And if their interest rate is pretty decent, then what he